I find it amazing how people come from other places, find a country road, buy a piece of land, and start their lives anew. Marla Killian, you did that.
We did.
30-something years ago. Give me your thoughts about what you had purchased and what you were going to have back here.
Well, when we first moved here, we purchased 20 acres of land, and there wasn't a lot here at that time, except a lot of rock and a lot of trees and a lot of land.
I call that hardscape.
Definitely hardscape.
Yes.
Now, most people in Marshall County look at the rock and they go, I don't know what to do with this. But I said, surely we can make it beautiful. And so there's several huge rocks that protrude out of the hillside. And we started by planting on the hillside the structure or the plants, the shrubs, and then came forward. We started out with some azaleas.
And I'm sure these are fabulous.
That's
for
true.
Springtime. And right here you've got a...
This is a royal star magnolia, and I love the blooms. It is the first shrub to bloom, and those delicate little white flowers are just
star-like things.
Oh, they're beautiful in
the fragrance. So you sort of did in layers, and in here you must have lots of daffodils.
In the spring it starts when the azaleas bloom and the daffodils start blooming. They're all white, planted around the rocks, and so it really makes the rocks pop. And the colors, the azaleas are pink and white.
And I can see all that in my mind of how this must appear, but there's a lot of beauty here today.
Well, thank you.
That I wanted to talk about. That's probably on the far end of this bit.
The hydrangeas are in bloom.
Right.
This is a Nico blue hydrangea, and it's got a few blooms, but they're hiding right now.
And I see a lily.
Yes, the Stargazer Lilies have popped out, and that's the first bloom to open today.
Well, and they're so fragrant. This afternoon when you rest after us visiting with you, you're going to smell that fragrance.
Oh, yeah.
And I see a beautiful daylily.
There's a few daylilies tucked in throughout the area.
How about a pink hydrangea? Now, that's a dark pink.
Now, the pink hydrangeas are gorgeous. I love those. And the phlox are even darker pink on the other side of the hydrangeas.
You know, that's a beautiful variety. And you do utilize some annuals in here that do make it have color all year.
Yes.
Not all year. How about all summer?
This area has a lot of pink and purple, and I like to leave the hosta blooms for the birds and the butterflies.
Well, you've got a rock that money can't buy, and I want to go touch it.
It is very much a huge rock.
Yes, it is.
Well, let's go take a look at it.
This is a fabulous piece of artwork, even if you didn't have anything around it. And this rock has got pockets in it, so this is definitely a one-of-a-kind showcase.
It is. It's beautiful. It protrudes from the ground.
I'm going to touch her. Oh, gosh. I love rock. I love rock. Well, now, you've had some issues with trees here, too. So what did you do?
Well, actually, when we first moved here, we had a lot of hackberry trees, and we had those removed after many, many years. We have walnut trees, but I'm not about to take those out. They're beautiful, so we work with what we have. We have rocks, we have trees, but everything I plant, we try to accentuate nature and
I'm just looking at the feet of this rock, how it just curves around and makes curved beds, and if
little areas to plant.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
I use like irises in the back, so some of the foliage can kind of be hidden when they're not in bloom.
And I see a beautiful sun ray on that echinacea. That is our native one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the hollyhock just finished blooming. It was a beautiful pink one.
It's a nice vertical back
there. That's right. That's right.
It is.
First time to grow my hollyhock, so I'm excited about that.
And you have a dahlia already blooming.
Oh, yes. This one is beautiful. I'm not sure of the name. I have a friend that's a dahlia grower, and she fixes me up with some beautiful plants.
Well, Marla, in the wintertime, how do you utilize this beautiful rock back here?
Well, it's growing. I mean, it's moss covered. A lot of the sedums and things, they winter over outside, and so it still adds some interest for winter. Also, I take some of the moss sometimes that's growing on my rocks, and I will take them and transplant them onto hypertufa, onto the pots, onto fountains, onto bird baths that are hypertufa, and then they will grow moss.
Right.
And so I've also tucked away moss in between some of the, like the stones and things. So the rock is beautiful itself, and the moss will grow back. But yeah, it's beautiful even in the winter time.
You do harvest from that, and
Oh,
I can
yes.
see you have a place to sit in that you can take your book
There you go.
and write down your memoirs and the list of to-dos. This is a very good place.
And the moss is so soft when you walk
Absolutely.
on it barefooted. Oh my goodness, it's just a
Well,
delight.
thank you for everything you've offered as far as how to take what you have and make it your footprint in your garden.
Well, thank you for
And-
coming.
We appreciate your time.
Well, I sure enjoyed having you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.